What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Colin Toop here, and today, welcome to Colin Drives You to Somewhere, episode number 1. And today's location is my high school. Let's get in the Jeep, guys. Alright, so while my dad's getting in, I'm gonna go ahead and put my seatbelt on, like what you would always do. The next thing you want to do is check your rear mirrors to make sure that they are working, or not necessarily that they're working, but make sure that they're lined up correctly with each other. Make sure none of them are crooked. Make sure they're completely, horizontally straight. And then put your foot on the brake. You start the car. And then we hold the gear shift while holding the brake. And then we just look where cars are at. You might want to turn smoothly. Alright, so I want to back out this thing right. So, okay, we're going backwards. No carts there. Get a little bit of gas there. And then once you're in a good spot, you can hold the brake down, put this in drive. And here we go. Alright. Make sure when you turn, you have a blinker, so that way you can help the other people behind you or the side of you know that you're turning. It's better if you do it earlier than doing it as soon as you get to the turn. Stop signs mean coming to a full stop and looking in both directions. Okay? Alright. Look left, look right. No car. It's usually really clear. There's usually never really that many cars on this path or whatever, street, whatever you want to call it. The main idea is to concentrate on where you're going, looking at keeping your eyes on the road rather than just looking at something else. The worst things that you could possibly do when driving is texting, driving, sleeping, doing your makeup. Those are all very dangerous outcomes that you could do to get into an accident. So luckily, I'm able to focus. Alright, I'm gonna kind of stop talking so we can all relax for a little bit. And also, guys, if you want to see the road, here you are. We'll make sure that you guys can get an idea of how I'm doing on the road to make sure that you guys get a little more bit of a view of how things will go once you're 16 or something like that. Alright. Now we're coming into a little bit of a busy street, but we're still in a neighborhood, so get a signal. Now, when you want to turn, you want to get up towards the curve, so that way when you turn, you don't cross the solid line. That way you stay in your lane. Otherwise, it could be a little crooked when you tend to turn. But if you were to not put your wheels towards the curb, you would have to turn a little bit harder because you're not as close to the curve. You're not as close to that part of the road. And if you're more and if there's a bus or a truck, see how those cars went around and crossed my lane. Yeah, I get it that you shouldn't cross the line, but that's only if there's a bus or if there's a truck or construction area in your lane. Then yes, you'll have to make sure that there aren't any cars on the other side of the road and it's clear. So it's important that you specify when you choose to cross the two yellow lines or not. Alright. And then there's these speed limit signs that says speed limit 30, so it means some people think that it's okay to go 5 miles over the speed limit. It's not safe as a new driver. Sometimes I tend to do it, and even with this monster truck, it's hard to tell how fast you're going because the bigger tires are on this thing. So it tends to be a couple miles off. So I apologize if the actual speed is 5 miles more than I should be going. But it's called speed limit, not speed requirement. So there's a huge difference between the two of them. So, okay, so, all All right, so we're gonna come up to this stop sign. Now this is a busy street, so now this is where you have to really focus on the road. Like those two cars need to go before I go. Otherwise, I could get collided into those two things, and then I'm gonna have to like get into. And then you want to just pick a lane that you would feel most comfortable going into. But now since the roads are like speed limit 40 or 45, then these are the type of roads that you will see when you're gonna go in the 40s miles per hour. At red lights, there are 3 different ways that people stop, but only one of them is a pleasant way. It's only putting light pressure on the brakes and gradually slowing down. The other one is that they do stop gently, but the brakes is so strong that the car pretty much dives into the road, like it's a nosedive is what we like to call it. And then of course the other one is a good old slam the brakes. Now I'm gonna get on the so apparently the fastest way to get to my school is to go to the freeway area. I need to go after, I'm fine to go after this black car, so we're gonna go ahead and just turn. Now that says keep the right, do not enter. Now this is where you have to really react in time before things are too late. And the best thing is that you get a really large ramp to get yourself in a gradual speed. You also have to look for gaps in between the roads, so that way you have room to get over and get in your lane, and then you'll be fine. That's the that's the number one thing I need to worry about, is making sure that there aren't any cars. Luckily these cars are in the furthest lanes away, so that means it's clear, so we can get over. But however, we are driving a little bit slow, so we'll kind of crank the speed a little bit. The other 2 lanes are the fast lanes, so that's when you have to go like faster than the speed limit. But if you're in the right lane, like where I am, it's you just go with whatever speed you're comfortable. Like I'm fine with just going like 50 miles an hour and staying in this lane. So it's a very comfortable feeling on when you want to go at a speed that you're most comfortable, or if you want to go faster. Like there's a huge difference between the two of them, the fast lane and the free lane.
And plus, you're going to be exiting real soon, so there's no reason to go over if you're just going to exit, right?
Right. So plus, like what my dad said right now, is that it's not worth changing lanes if you're going to be exiting, if you're going to go through an exit or not. So like it's like I'm about to exit pretty soon, so there's no point of switching lanes into the left lane. If I might as well stay in this lane and just go at a consistent speed in the free lane, or whatever you want to call it. I cannot. Sometimes whenever I feel like I'm gaining up on the car in front of me, I usually tend to slow down just a little bit, so that way I'm keeping a consistent distance between the car ahead of me and the car and myself.
Yeah, it's called a safe following distance, right?
Yes. And now since we're exiting, we're going to be going into this lane right here. And then we slow down, because you know what happens right here. There's another stoplight, and the best thing about consistently like slowing down is that you're slowing down at a good pace, and then that's when your right blinker comes in, and then. But I have to be careful right here, because that says no turn on red. If you turn on red, then you pretty much broke the law. Besides, running a red light is illegal. The only time you can go is when you have like the right of way, you know what I mean? Like when there's like you would see a traffic lights. There's a Jeep there. But like say the light was red right here, and since there's an only left, that means you kind of have the right of way to go left, but usually there's usually never left turning on a red. It's only pretty much right turns. So I highly suggest that you only turn right on a red light. You have to come to a full stop, and then just look for cars to make sure that it's safe, because you know running red lights is a very illegal move to do in public, or any state in the United States.
So Colin, I saw you wave at that Jeep back there. What was that for?
It's because it's what I like to call the Jeep wave, because okay, well, I understand.
You do it for any other Wrangler drivers, right? Anybody
Yeah,
that
you
drives
can
a
do it
Jeep
for
Wrangler?
any, like, pickup trucks, or you can do it for...
Only for Jeep Wranglers, though, right?
Alright, so since that's a yellow arrow, I just want to proceed with caution. So it's one of the most safest things that you want to do when it's a yellow light or something like that. But so yeah, as I was saying, the reason why I waved at that Jeep is because any like pickup truck, like here's another one, and it waved back at me. So the best thing about being in a Jeep is that you can wave to other people that are in other Jeeps or in pickup trucks, like any...
Yep, just Jeeps.
Yep, or, well, just Jeeps in general. Yes, definitely. Well, I thought pickup trucks because I thought they would sit
Well,
the
there's
same
the
way.
Jeep pickup trucks, you're right there, but it has to be a Jeep Wrangler, either Jeep Wrangler or Jeep Wrangler pickup truck, but yes.
Yeah, like any Jeep Wrangler pickup truck or just a Jeep Wrangler like this one will result as a peace wave, a 3-finger, or a full hand.
Yeah, but everybody picks their own, right?
Yeah, it's a peace sign, it's a 3-finger, or it's a 5-finger. And since this car is about to turn, I'm going to stop and let... Go ahead. Alright, so sometimes you want to let people go before you because it's a little polite. It's sometimes polite to do unless you're really in a hurry. So since we're in a parking lot, the speed is suggested.
That's the school right there, look.
There it is,
There's
guys.
Collins High School.
Check that out,
And it goes
guys.
all the way over there.
And then the aquatic center is and the aquatic center is like
Over there, look at that
way over
swimming
there.
pool, indoor pool they have at this school.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing in park right here. All right, guys. Well, hopefully I have a great day in high school. And if you enjoyed this little video, make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for my next video because we're almost at 800 subscribers. Also, make sure you punch the bell and share this video. And make sure you comment down below, where should the second episode take place? I need to go to school before I'm late. Peace out, Colin Tubers.